Hi guys and welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So today is our Disneyland Paris bucket list recap.
Seeing what we got done.
I'm actually quite excited because we did well.
Well, I think we did, yeah, as we were going along.
I think we did.
We kept saying, oh yeah, we're ticking that off, Now is the time to see.
So if you've watched the vlogs, you will know pretty much what we achieved and what we didn't. But we thought it'd be fun to go through the bucket list in one go and kind of count how many we actually did succeed.
So if you're new to us, before we went on our trip, we did a video and it was all things we wanted to get done while we were at Disneyland Paris. And there were 20 things.
20.
So if you haven't seen those videos, I'd urge you to watch those before you watch this one.
Yeah,
so you don't spoil anything.
Give it away.
Yeah.
So should we get started?
Yeah, let's start.
So number 1 was to take a photo at our engagement spot. Tick! We did this, it was like the first full day.
Yes, it wasn't the day when we arrived, it was the next day.
Yeah, it rained the whole
first it rained the whole day, yeah. And also we'd been up since like 3 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it? We got up, I think, yeah.
But we did take a photo. We took separate photos and then we took a photo together in the exact spot that we got engaged the year before. And it was nearly a year after.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really special. And yeah, it's a really nice photo, actually.
Easy to accomplish, that one. Number 2 was to eat at a restaurant that we haven't eaten in before. So that was just like one. So we actually managed to get a few done because we weren't on the dining plan. So we did Pinocchio's.
Hakuna Matata, which was, I think, our favourite new one.
Yeah, we did the deli.
The deli. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we had breakfast.
In Main Street.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah. We, I felt like there was another one as well.
No, I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head.
Lucky Nugget.
Oh, yeah, Lucky Nugget, of course, yeah.
We were a little disappointed, though, because I think we just missed the puppet show in Lucky Nugget. But we really enjoyed it. It was a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah, really good food.
So yeah, like we very much succeeded in that one.
We did.
Oh, number 3. This is a big one, and this was to ride Hyperspace Mountain 10 times. If you know from our last trip, we managed 9 times. So we were very, very disappointed. But this trip, we were there for less time.
Yeah.
But we did it.
We managed to get it done.
We rode it 10 times.
I think didn't we get like how many? Did we get 4 done in one day or something like that?
We did a lot in one day.
Just to try and get ahead, and then we had in our heads that we had to ride it at least twice a day.
Yes. Yeah.
In order to try and succeed.
I think we only succeeded was because the week that we picked to go was the week between Halloween and Christmas. So it is a notorious week for very short queue times. Yeah. And it was actually really quiet, really short queue times a lot of the time. Yeah. And we had a few times where it was literally just walk on. So we managed to do like 2 in a row. Yeah. But we did it. I was so happy.
You came up with a good idea of actually holding up our fingers to say how many we'd actually done, because I think we might have lost track.
And we actually have all 10 photos, because I was cheeky and I took a photo of the photo when you come out.
Naughty.
So we're going to make a little collage of all 10. But we were so happy, weren't we, the last time we did it.
And I have to stress though that this isn't one that's just going to keep increasing now. We're not aiming for any higher than this now. It's done. And now we're just riding Space Mountain when we can.
Yeah. Now that we've achieved 10 times, we can't be like 20 times.
No, it's not good for you, I don't think. So number 4 is to buy a new Spirit jersey. Now I didn't, but we did succeed because you bought one.
I got one. I got the black one. So you'll know from our haul, which is our last video, that I've been wanting the black Spirit jersey for like a year. And they had loads. So I managed to pick up one. So tick. Number 5 was to buy a Christmas decoration. We did it.
We did it, yes.
If you've watched our haul, you will know that we picked up the really cute Dumbo with Donald and Daisy in from the Christmas shop. And that was always going to be a pretty easy one because, you know, there's many Christmas
something
decorations.
would have to drastically go wrong for us not to be able to purchase a Christmas decoration.
I was about to say the Christmas shop closed, but you can get them from other shops.
From other shops, yeah. Although, I mean, we tend to prefer to get them
We've
from
always
the
got them from
Christmas shop, don't we?
But yeah, we managed and we have a new Christmas decoration. So yeah, very pleased about that one.
So we're still on the spending money front here. So the next one is buy a new mug. So we actually bought 2 new mugs. So we usually get usually get one for myself.
You went like Goofy then.
I don't know what happened. I usually get one for me, and then Helena gets one, but we just have them for us both anyway. So I managed to get the Chip and Dale one, and you got the Dopey one. Dopey in the mornings.
Number 7 was to buy our annual passes. And, well, I better hope that we completed that one. Otherwise we wouldn't have had a holiday.
How did we get in?
But we did. We managed to get them very quick, actually. We only queued for half an hour.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we are now annual pass holders. Which
We are.
is pretty epic.
Yeah, so they're just waiting, just over there. And I think we'll do... So we did a video all on sort of what you can get with the annual passes. But after we've had them for a little while, I think we'll do a new video so that we're a bit more clued in.
Yeah. Especially with, like, buying them and stuff like that.
Yeah. So number 8, I take full responsibility for this because it was me that suggested putting it on the bucket list, and it's the one that we didn't get done.
It's our first fail.
Meet Sully.
We were so close as well.
But yeah, so we didn't see him at all.
No.
And then we got a message through Instagram saying, "We've seen Sully in the parks."
No, they weren't even in the parks.
Oh, no?
They had seen on DLP Report on Twitter saying Sully is in the studios. But it wasn't planned. Like, there was no official meet and greet. He must have just come out for like an hour, 2 hours. But we were actually at the hotel at the time because we'd gone back for lunch. And our hotel was about a 20-minute walk. So we actually did rush, didn't we?
We did rush.
We left the hotel, but by the time we got there...
He wasn't there.
He was gone.
He was nowhere to be seen.
And that was the only time that we ever knew he was even out. I don't think he was out the days before. So that's one to add to our next bucket list, I guess.
I don't know. I think it's going to be hard to do, so I don't know whether we just have to get rid of it.
It's good to have a challenging one.
But he's never out. How are we going to do it? 4 years down the line, Meet Sully still on the bucket list.
Number 9 was to ride the refurbished Phantom Manor. And boy, did we ride do that.
it.
We rode it, I don't even know how many times. I think we definitely rode it once every day, if not twice.
Every day, do you reckon?
We rode it a lot. Martyn absolutely fell in love with it. I really enjoyed it as well, but you went into like all the history of it.
I did, yeah. And what I love even more is that the narration from like at the beginning when you walk in, and when it's like everyone is doomed at Phantom Manor, even you. It's Vincent Price, who's an old Hollywood actor, but he was mainly known for I can't speak today, for horror films. And it was one of the last things that he recorded before he passed away.
Oh, so it's nice they've still got it.
When it first opened, they got rid of the narration, and it went purely French. But then, since the refurb, they've actually brought back bits of Vincent Price's recordings. And it was always him laughing as the Phantom. They kept that, but they got rid of all the narration. But I'm so happy that it's back, because it's really good.
And the refurbishment is so good. It's so clear, and I don't know, it just looks great, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. We really, really enjoyed it.
Number 10, it falls to me to tell you about this one, and it's take a photo on Slinky Dog with our badges that we had made for the channel. That was something that you all started doing. You started sending us photos of you on Slinky Dog with our badges. And so we thought, well, we've got to do it as well.
Yeah, we really wanted one.
So we took our badges along, attached them to our lanyards, and we got on Slinky Dog.
And if you'd like to purchase one of our badges, we will pop our Etsy store in the description box. But yeah, I think, what was the last closing date if you want to get it for Christmas?
It's the 18th of December. That's the last time to send if you want to get it before Christmas.
Before Christmas. But you can always get it after Christmas as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much to everyone that's purchased one as well. We've had a few people purchase them over the past few weeks whilst the vlogs have been going out.
Yeah.
So yeah, just want to say a huge thank you.
Yeah. And you will always get, if you order a badge, we will always personalise the backing card that comes with it and write a Disney quote.
So it's only right that this one falls on me. Number 11, to win the Buzz Lightyear challenge.
So this was the one that we couldn't really fail because one of us was always going to win.
Well, the only way we'd fail is if we didn't get on it 3 times.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or 2 times.
I suppose so, yeah.
But I actually won best of 3. I actually won 2 in a row, so it was over pretty quick. Sorry. And then we did have a friendly, and Martyn did win that one.
But it didn't count.
It didn't count. I was the overall Buzz Lightyear champion. Yes. But I lost my title last year, so it's only right that I regained it this year.
I just don't know. You just turned into a different beast altogether. I mean, during that friendly, you were a lot more relaxed, so I think I was able to win that way. But during the ones where it was the actual competition, you were literally like, move out of my way.
I was actually really tired by the end as well. I was like, I'm exhausted. I put all my energy into winning that, but it paid off.
Number 12 was to ride Tower of Terror, the new dimension of chills. So they've added new stories to Tower of Terror, and we can say yes that we did this because we managed to get on the new version. Although we didn't get all 3 stories done.
No, but we didn't know that at the time.
No, we didn't know. We didn't realise that they were not going to be operating the central lift because it wasn't busy enough. So when we went, we actually thought that it would just be an alternating story in each lift.
Yes.
But the lifts have specific different stories.
Yeah, so we managed to ride 2 of them, but they were the only 2 that were open. But they were really good. Even the combination now of the drops has changed. The story's changed a little bit, and I much prefer it.
Yeah.
To the old Tower of Terror.
I love it. I'm glad that they've kept it as Tower of Terror.
Yes, I was about to say that.
In the other parks, they've changed it to Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy it's still the same.
Yeah, I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. And it was a bit scarier, I think.
And if you get Cedric, makes it even better.
You'll know Cedric if you watch the vlogs.
Yeah.
Number 13 was to catch the Are You Brave Enough show, which we did, but it came with a challenge. So we arrived on the last day that it was on.
Yep.
We got into the parks, we got our annual passes, and there was meant to be a show pretty much straight after we got our annual passes.
Yeah.
And that was the last show of the day, so we thought. But it was completely rained off. They didn't show it. And we were like, oh, do you know what? Okay, it's fine. The start of our holiday, we're not going to let it ruin it. We'll just move on. But then I passed a poster, and the times on the poster were different to the times on the app. And on the poster, it said that there was another showing at 4. But that's not what the app said. So we thought, we'll go back at 4 just in case this poster is right. Mm-hmm. The sun came out, it stopped raining, and at 4 o'clock they did their last ever show of the season, and we caught it.
We did.
And I think it was a bit more epic because it was their last show. I felt like it had that energy.
Yeah.
And the main Ursula, she was incredible.
Incredible.
Her
a lot of
voice
hard
was
sings
so
in that
good.
one as well, isn't there?
And she sang pretty much all of it.
Yeah, but it was great to see all of the villainous characters
Yeah.
actually have their own show. I really enjoyed that.
It was really good. And we were just so happy because we were like, oh well, first bucket list fail. But we didn't. It actually happened, and we managed to watch it, and it actually made me want to go over Halloween a little bit. Because it was really fun to have all the villains out at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And it was good to hear the "Are you brave enough? Are you strong enough?" that song, not just on the dining hotline. Number 14 was to meet Chippendale, and we managed to do it. Now, we really prepared for this one.
We did.
We didn't take any chances. The lines for the characters just get really big really quickly, so we just went and set up camp at where Chippendale were going to be out 15 minutes before the meet and greet started. There was only one family ahead of us.
Yeah.
So we were second in line. We just waited there for 15 minutes till Chippendale came, and we got to meet them.
And we actually managed to meet them quicker than had we arrived at the time, so I think it was 11 a.m. I think they started, because by 11 a.m. the queue was at least half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it did work going at 11:45.
It did, yeah.
It was so much fun meeting them.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was actually surprised that there wasn't people already waiting 15 minutes before. So that's just something to bear in mind.
Actually. I think a lot of people don't actually know where they are, so it's not until they see that they're there then they join the queue.
It's quite close to Colonel Hathie's restaurant, isn't it?
And it has a very small sign that says Chip and Dale on it.
Yeah. But they are by far one of the best meet and greets.
They're so much fun. They're so funny. And there's this little clip where when they first come in, they who was it?
Chip, it was Chip.
Was it Chip?
Yeah.
He joins the line to meet Dale right by you. Yeah. We managed to get it on camera. But they're just so much fun. So number 15 was to ride Crush's Coaster at least once. And you might be thinking, that's quite easy, you know? But it actually closed whilst we were there, and the only day it was open was our very first evening.
So we had a full-on travel day because we had to try and get in the Halloween show, and we had to try and get to Crush's Coaster.
And buy our annual passes.
And annual passes.
I can't believe we did it. If the annual pass queue had been longer, we wouldn't have managed it.
No.
But we were very lucky that the annual pass queue was only half an hour. And then we queued for about an hour.
Yeah.
I think because it was the last day, everyone was trying to get it in.
But it was one of those things where we had to join it. Otherwise we wouldn't have got it done. And I think an hour for that ride is actually not too bad.
It's not too bad.
It's usually a bit longer, isn't it?
It's always quite a long queue. But especially as that it was closing for the rest of our trip. So it was really fun to ride it once.
And really important, the amount of people we heard the next few days who were like, oh, Crush's Coaster's closed, and they didn't realise it was closed. The importance of going online and checking which rides are going to be down, because then you can plan if you can get them in.
Yes,
you know what day. And you're not going to be as disappointed as you would be if you just turn up and they're closed.
Yeah, I think it's always better knowing before you go, whereas it's quite disappointing if you turn up and then are told.
Yeah.
It's harder once you're there.
I think it can tell you on the Disneyland Paris website, but also on the Magic Bricks website. I've been able to check before.
So we actually had quite a few closures whilst we were there.
Yeah.
But because we checked a week or so before, we got all our disappointment out then instead of arriving and then being told. And then we also managed to catch it because we were like, we know that this is its last day. So
I knew Indiana Jones was going to be closed. Again.
It's always closed. I have a horrible feeling it's just never going to open.
No, it has opened. I saw Katie and Dean do Disney. They went on it the other day. Number 16 was to visit the Storybook store on Main Street, and this was on the first full day. We went in. It was one of the first. That was the first thing we did, I think. Yeah, we went to the Storybook store, and we saw Tigger there in his cage. What's he meant to be? I can't remember.
Cage. It's like a ticket.
It's like a ticket collector. Yeah. And then we also met our first subscribers of the trip in that store. So it was Becky and Carol. So thank you so much for coming over and saying hello. So that made that bucket list even more special, having that experience.
Yeah.
But they've got a lot of things in there that you wouldn't find in any other stores.
They've got kind of more like vintagey, like all the vintage old posters, and they've got a lot of stationery.
Stationery, yeah.
And it is quite a little magical, cute shop, which we had never been in before.
Yeah. I think we really noticed on this trip that they do have so many like specific things for specific shops. And so it's really important to try and go in as many as you can.
And there's a few, I think definitely the pirate shop, there was a lot of things that said you can only get it at this shop. Yeah. You can't get it anywhere else. Number 17 was to visit the Swiss Family Tree house. What's it called? The Swiss Family Tree.
Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse.
We actually couldn't remember if we'd ever done it. We know that we had done the similar one in Walt Disney World, but we couldn't remember if we'd done the Paris one. And I think we had, but I think it was like our very first trip.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I remember doing a little dance.
It's called the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse Dance. I mean, it doesn't roll off the tongue. Maybe you should call it the Swiss Family Robinson Dance.
Yeah, that's easy.
That was
it's because the music was really funny. But I think one sunny morning we decided to walk around it, and it's really good. It's really nice if you just fancy a break from the rides.
Yeah. If you go to the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, see if you can do that dance. Do a video and tag us on Instagram. That'd be very funny.
I don't think anyone would embarrass themselves like I did.
So number 18 was to try a new snack. We tried a few new snacks. But
we did very well on the food front.
I think the snack that we ate the most was fudge. We ate a lot of fudge. It was 4 for 3, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That you could get in the sweet shop.
Confectionery shop,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that was amazing.
They have so many different flavours.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't manage to try them all. I think our favourite was probably the trio of chocolate.
Yes.
That was really good.
That's really good.
But they have loads of different ones. And we actually watched the fireworks whilst eating the fudge, which was really magical. But we also tried a few other snacks.
There was like the sponge cakes from Cafe Hyperion that we had.
Yes. We also had the hazelnut and chocolate balls, which are like, what are they called?
Beignets.
Beignets.
That's not a new snack though. We've
Not
tried
a new
that
snack,
before.
but that was a good snack.
Yeah.
I think next on our list is to try the popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah, we didn't get around to that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you don't get a discount on the stalls, on the carts, using your annual pass. So we were just going in and getting the discounts
Yeah.
from the things we bought in the stores.
But the fudge, highly recommend.
Yeah.
It was a lot nicer than I thought. It was going to be way too sickly, and it is sickly. I have definitely shared one, but it is really good.
Yeah, we
yummy.
bought the 4 and then we had, we had one a day.
Yeah. So number 19, the penultimate bucket list was to ride Big Thunder Mountain whilst the fireworks were going off, and we did it.
Yeah,
We did.
We did.
It was
We
so
go to extreme lengths to make sure this happens.
I actually really enjoyed watching this vlog back because it just made me laugh. But what we did is we joined it right when it was about to close, so just before 7, but there was no queue whatsoever. So we managed to get on it at like 5 to 7, and we were like, no, because the fireworks haven't
Yeah,
started.
but that's the thing. At that time, it still says it's like 15-20 minutes,
But it's not.
But it's not.
They
You
lie.
just go straight down.
So we actually waited and wouldn't get on the ride until it hit 7.
Yeah, so we just waited at the fast pass entrance.
In the rain.
And then your run backwards and forwards, making sure that people are still coming.
Yeah, because I didn't want them to close the ride before 7. And then we actually ended up getting on the train, and it was only us. We sat at the back, and there was no one else on it till like the first 2 carriages. What we discovered is that at Disneyland Paris Illuminations, there's not as many fireworks as there are in Happily Ever After at Walt Disney World. That's pretty much all fireworks all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas in Illuminations, it's like a firework and then a bit of music and projection and a bit of water and then a firework.
Yeah.
So there were times when we were driving round on the ride and we were like, no, there's no fireworks.
Because it was on, you could see the lights and everything. You could see the castle changing colour, but it just, if you're going around at the time when it's in the middle of the fireworks, you're not going to get them.
But then, so we did the last like up and down, and then we went round the corner, and that's when they all went off, and we managed to get them on the vlog, and we were just like, yes.
So even though it was at the end, we were technically still riding Big Thunder Mountain.
Right, yeah.
With the fireworks.
And it was actually quite nice that they went off then, because that was a bit where it starts to slow down before you go round to finish the ride. So it's actually quite nice because you could actually see them really clearly.
Yeah. And I was about to be really disappointed that we'd missed them.
And also it was like literally raining really heavy.
Yeah.
So I remember we were just getting like drenched.
I shouldn't have probably had the camera out.
No. But we wanted to get the fireworks. But that was a really happy memory actually. I really loved that night.
And number 20 is to buy a Winnie plush. And we certainly did. We bought Oasis
Winnie.
Pooh. Oasis Pooh, Oasis Winnie.
So I think this still counts because when we wrote the bucket list, I wrote it saying that I wanted the Winnie Christmas plush from 2018.
Yeah.
But they, as you all know, they completely redid him.
Changed him.
He now has completely different clothes. He now looks like he's part of Oasis. But we still did buy him, and yeah, he grew on us, and we did love him in the end.
Yeah. And it says buy Winnie plush. It doesn't say buy specific Winnie plush. It just says buy Winnie plush. So there's 20. So out of 20, we managed to get 19 done.
That's so annoying.
The only one we didn't get done was Meet Sully, and it's my fault. I put it on there.
Too difficult one. Nearly 20 out of 20. So close. But I think that's the best we've ever done, isn't it?
Oh yeah, by
19 out of
far.
20.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible if I don't say so myself.
But what we actually did is that we had it on your phone.
Yeah.
So we kept checking it. Which
Yeah, I
was
think
good.
on previous times we haven't had it with us.
No, so we forget.
Just had to guess.
But it was really fun. Like, I would definitely recommend giving yourself that little challenge. It's really fun to have a little bucket list to try and complete.
Yeah.
And it makes everything really special. But it was a lot of fun. And I enjoyed filming this video, actually. And
Yeah, it's good to go back.
It all.
Yeah. I mean, we did meet Sully the plush toy. Does that not count?
No, it doesn't count. I'm sorry. 19 out of 20. I'm pretty happy with that, though. It's pretty good.
That means we have to think of a whole new set.
For our next trip.
Although we're thinking if we do shorter trips, then we'll probably have to condense from
maybe
20
10.
maybe.
Also, we've completed a lot now.
Yeah. So
It'll get harder now.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe actually in the comments for our next trip, if you put a few suggestions of what you think should be on the bucket list, and we'll pick our favourite ones. And maybe do them.
Yeah, we
That'd
could
be quite fun. But thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. Our next video is actually a day in the life vlog.
It is.
It's a very exciting one. We go up to London to see something. I won't give it away.
Oh, you're not giving it. I was about to sing it there. So there's a lot of singing involved.
A lot of singing, and a lot of dancing, and a lot of food.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely.
Sounds like a good night.
It was. But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.
Bye.